Hey everyone. All right, so welcome to Be Strong, Be You. And I'm going to be honest, I'm just not feeling this week at all. I'm just very mentally drained from everything that I've been doing. Here I go. But first, before I get started, I'd like to welcome Alopecians from Jordan in Canada. Welcome to the blog, and thank you so much for watching. So the first thing, I had a conversation with another blogger, and we were kind of talking about my blog, and you know, they kind of was catching up with all the videos, and I said, the question, it wasn't like accusing me or anything. It was just kind of like, are you worried about someone saying you're lying? And I said, no, not at all. Absolutely not. And what I said to her was, people should not have to die to speak their truths, to tell their stories, especially when it involves things such as abuse and depression. We have a right to speak our story. Now, if you're telling the story and you know 100% it is a lie, then that is wrong. But people need to be free as soon as possible. People need to get help individually as soon as possible. And what I have done is held it in for the sake of him or her, or what's going to be this consequence, what's going to happen to me. And in the end, I was the one that was hurt. I was hurting myself. So my question was, absolutely not. I shouldn't have to wait for people to die, as harsh as that sounds, to be strong and be me. And I'm choosing not to. I just thought that was very powerful that I said that, because I see it so often that things happen, and when people pass away, that's when you find out about all of these horror stories that they went through, but they carried them through life. And I just want people to be empowered that as long as your story is true to fidelity, to speak up and be free. Be strong, to be you, to be free. Second, just had to get that serious moment out the way. I want to get you guys all caught up on all my little Facebook Live adventures for those who follow me on the blog but don't necessarily have Facebook. Thank you so much for all the encouraging words about the Walmart trip. It was out of control. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad that one of my best friends was there to get me through it. And thank you for being there and encouraging me even through my ranting. I made it out of that store. It's really crazy because I didn't want to go in Walmart, but I can go around the corner to the store by my house any day of the week. And since I've been wearing the wraps, my wraps, I'll get to that. I've been able to just go to the store and do what I gotta do. So thank you so much for that. It was when you just never know how many people are watching you to support you when things happen. And I am so grateful for all of the support that I've gotten. And I just want to be of support to those who are inboxing me and emailing me. I just want to be of support to you in any way that I can. The whole purpose of this blog is not to shine any light on me. All I want to do is to touch someone else's life so that they can be encouraged to do something within their own selves for their life. So thank you so much for that. Will I be going to Walmart anytime soon? I don't know. The wraps. This is a new take on a wrap. So every time I do a new wrap, I always want to show you guys, because I want you guys to know I'm really trying. And this is a step to this is my step to not wearing any hair. So at some point I won't even be wearing a wrap. And I just, it'll get to the point where maybe I want to wear a wrap one day, maybe I don't want to wear any hair, maybe I don't want to wear nothing, maybe I want to wear hair. So I was a little discouraged at first because the one thing in common of most of the videos I was watching is all those women had hair. So, they were able to do the tall, elegant wraps that were just beautiful. And I was like, well, I can't even make a ponytail. So my wraps have to be just plain and flat. But I'm learning, I'm sticking with it. I swear anything can come in your mind and make it be negative. Anything can make you feel like something's impossible, but I just have to make an effort to, in my mind, say, Tanisha, you're not going to listen to the negative talk. You're not going to negative self-talk yourself. You're going to do what you need to do to be successful. Gyms. First of all, anytime I've ever started somewhere new in my life, whether it be job, whether it be a class, whether it be school, I always said, this is going to be the time I walk in that class with no hair on. Did it ever happen? Absolutely not. I always showed up with my wig on because I was so worried. So this time I joined another group class. First of all, let's talk about the gym and wearing a wig. I don't know how people with hair do it, but I'm going to tell you my experience is I don't know how you do it with hair. But after talking it out with some of my friends, I think it's because you have ventilation to your scalp. So my version of how it feels when I work out with hair is, imagine putting 2 plastic bags over your head, and underneath those plastic bags is just a slow drip of a gallon of water. So on top of that, it's the anxiety of not doing anything too strenuous, that you're in the middle of doing a sit-up or jumping jacks and your hair comes off, because no one in my class knows that I'm wearing a wig unless you ask me. But this week I joined a class and I said, I'm gonna go in a headband, just as I was in elementary school. And no matter how hard it was, I was gonna go in a headband. So when I left my house, I put on the headband and I put a scarf over it. Drove to the gym. I'm not sure why I did that. It may be because if someone passed me in my car, I thought they wouldn't think anything of it. When I got to the gym, I unwrapped my scarf, left it in my car. I mean, it was like a real debate. Like, should I walk in with the scarf on and take it off, this huge reveal, or should I just take it off in the car right now? So that's what I did. And I walked in the gym. I was physically shaking, and I just stood there and waited for the class to start. And we were kind of having small conversation. And because I was new to the class, I introduced myself. And I started breaking down, and I said, I'm overwhelmed right now because this is the first time since I was in 2nd grade that I have walked out of my house with a headband on. And of course they didn't know. And I said, I have alopecia. And I said, I'm very serious about being healthy. I want to not be on medication for anxiety, for depression. I want to be healthy for my son, and I want to be a good mother, and I want to better myself, and I want to do this and give it my all and not be worried about my hair. I started crying. And the coach said, I'm so honored that you would trust us with this. And by the way, you look very beautiful. I would have never thought. It just looks like that's how you want to wear your hair. And the girls complimented me, and that felt really good. And I was very proud of myself. Now, of course, when I left the class, I wrapped it back up in the wrap. But from this point on, I'm going to go with just a headband. And at some point, I do want to take a picture with those girls to show, to let them be a part of my blog. I did tell them about my blog. So if you're watching, hey, girls. Second, professionally, I went to a meeting, and typically I'm always worried about what people will think of me, especially in the world of education. Everything is about publicity, how you're representing the school. Are you the face of the school? And I just never felt like having alopecia was like, oh my gosh, she got cancer. oh, we're not even gonna hire her because she's already sick. You know, I mean, like, that's what people immediately think about alopecia, is that you have cancer, and I just have an autoimmune disease and it's attacking my hair follicles. Ugh. So I had a meeting, and I went to the meeting in a wrap, and I was scared because, for one, a lot of people who know me professionally have only seen me in hair. But this new group of people were going to see me in a wrap. And if you really don't know the world of education, you really describe people by either how they look, something that they've accomplished, or where they work. So I didn't want it to be, in my perspective, yeah, Tanisha that works, she always wear the weaves, or she always wear the wigs. And this group was going to be like, the girl that wore the wraps? And no one would really know who was talking about her, or it would become some kind of confusion. So that went across my mind. But I pushed it out, and I sat there, and I contributed to this meeting. And in the middle of the meeting, as I was talking to someone across from me, who clearly is on a whole nother pay grade than I am, I stopped and I said, you know what? I am sounding just as intelligent as I would with some hair on my head. And everyone was responding to me in the same manner. And that felt amazing. That for all you alopecians out there, it sucks because you always think, how are they looking at me? It is how I look, how they're going to view my intelligence. And today, when I was at that meeting, I didn't feel that one bit. And I was so thankful for that. So I just wanted to come to you guys and share that with you all. I'm so proud of myself, and I could not be doing it without you guys. Because I can feel the stress and the weight just falling off of my shoulders every day I get out of my bed. It's not so hard. And thank you. So before I leave, I'd like to say, comment and share. I'm loving the inboxes I'm getting from people who are alopecians, who are going through other things such as depression, who have anxiety. I love it all. I love it all. It's all encouraging. And I just want everyone to have a great week. When I come back to you next time, I'm going to finish up my elementary, get into middle school, kind of need to take a break, catch up, because it's going to get really crazy from that point. And my hair is going to grow back, and I'm going to tell you about that experience at the very end of elementary school into middle school, which was 4th and 5th grade. So be strong, be you. If you're not connected with me on Facebook Live, do that. www.facebook.com/be strong, be you, just the letters B, and connect with me there. And also share, inbox me your stories of you being strong and being you, because as I put on my Facebook page, that page is meant for everyone. While it starts with me, it's meant for everyone to connect and see that people are going through things and they're coming out being strong and being them. And I want people to see that we are there to support each other. So thank you so much for being with me this week. I love this. I love this. God could not have told me to do this at the perfect timing. It was perfect. It was perfect. So be strong and be you. And I will see you guys next week, at least on here, and hopefully Facebook Live in a few days. Be strong, be you.